Hi there, welcome once again. In this video, we will deal with the appreciation of father returning home. Father returning home. About the poem, poet, and title. The poem Father Returning Home is written by renowned poet Dilip Chitre. He was a well-known bilingual poet and translator with remarkable work in Marathi and English. This poem is taken from his famous work Traveling in a Cage. The poem depicts the portrait of a suburban commuter father, an old man, and his dull, silent, monotonous daily routine. The theme and gist of the poem. The main theme of the poem is alienation and isolation. The poet shows the loneliness and isolated life of an old man in modern society. The painful loneliness of a father is a symbol of man's isolation from the materialistic man-made world. Besides, the generation gap between the father and his children is also a prominent theme of the poem. Poetic style, language, and poetic devices used in the poem. This two-stanza poem is written in free verse, so it has no meter or rhyme scheme. The lack of rhythm is symbolic of the poet's father's monotonous and dull life. The language of the poem is simple and informal, but full of many imageries and poetic devices like simile, alliteration, and onomatopoeia. Special features of the poem. The poem is expressed through the perspective of a son. The poem has an autobiographical touch. It is full of symbolic expression. The poem is divided into two parts. In the first stanza, the father's pitiable routine life is picturized, and in the second stanza, a forced alienation is reflected through the stale food and lack of sharing. Message, value, and morals in the poem. The message conveyed in the poem is that old people are neglected and not cared for in modern society. The generation gap has created disrespect for the elders in the modern society. Your opinion. I feel very sad about the father and old man shown in the poem. I like the poem for its today's relevance.